I'm Greg Owen, motorcyclist and lawyer. I've been riding, racing, building, and collecting motorcycles for the past 40 years. During my time as a professional motocross racer in the 70s, I decided to give up my racing career and become a lawyer. I did that to help other riders who had nowhere else to turn. Over the course of my 30-year career, I've represented hundreds of injured clients and resolved their cases for more than $900 million. My goal is to tell the history of motorcycling in America, one bike and one rider at a time. We were talking about this yellow bike, which I don't know what it is. Tell me what it is.
It is a 45 cubic inch 1943 Bobber. It was actually built by a gentleman by the name of George Hood. He's a famous engine builder, and it was built for a gentleman by the name of Hank. It's a very fast bike. It's got racing cams in it and 3 speeds, first, second, third. Jockey shift on the left up here. Real nice bike. This bike was built and designed after the servicemen coming home from the war. They would take a factory bike, cut it down and make it their own, customizing it, shortening the bobbing the fenders. That's where the name Bobber comes from. And it's a really nice example of a Bobber.
So really it's kind of like a great period piece, kind of like the hot rods out of the 40s and 50s.
Absolutely.
The rat rods we call them now.
Exactly.
So I'm looking at this thing now. Do you ride this?
We do.
I'm hoping you don't ride it too fast looking at the tires. They're kind of cracked.
They're a little weather checked, aren't they?
But how old are those? I bet they're, what, 20 years old maybe?
At least. Yeah.
Well, that's a very cool bike. And as you said, it's modified the way you would have modified it back in that year.
That era, that's correct.
And for me personally, I love original bikes and they're museum pieces and we got to keep the history. But I also like the ones that are modified, back the way they would have done it, you know, when people didn't have a lot of money.
This would be the equivalent of their hot rod back then.
That's right.